What's happening, guys? I'm having my lovely bit of tea this morning. Yeah, I need a bit of tea. Because after the fucking news that we got last night, I need this tea to fucking keep me calm. Because fucking hell, Arman Sarukian is not getting a fucking title shot. Because Uncle Dana went live last night and decided to announce a few fights. So let me flip my screen for you guys. Let me just take another sip of my tea. Take one more. Nice, lovely English cuppa. But anyways, guys, let's get into it. Arman Sarukian will not be getting the title shot because the main event of UFC 324 is for the interim lightweight championship of the world. And it's Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. That makes a lot of sense, buddy, doesn't it? Dana, Uncle Dana, why? Why are you doing my boy Arman like this? I beg. This is... Guys, the only good thing I'll say about this fight being on the actual first Paramount Plus card is the fact that we're going to see violence, pure violence. We're going to see pure violence in this fight. But at this point, the UFC is becoming WWE. It doesn't matter about the rankings. It doesn't matter about the best fighting the best, because this here is number one bullshit, brother. Brother, come on, man. Come on, brother. Nobody check his grappling. Nobody check his grappling skills. Come on, brother. He'll give him black belts. 2-3 years, Dagestan forgets. Seriously, guys, though, this is absolute bullshit. I genuinely feel sorry for Arman Sarukian, because it's like, at this point, what does he need to do? Like, I know he pulled out a year ago, but they wanted him as a backup fighter for the Ilya versus Oliveira. He made weight, was the backup fighter. He then takes on number 6 ranked Dan Hooker, beats him in spectacular fashion, and it's like he's still not getting the title shot. So even after the fight, when he beat Dan Hooker and he goes up to Hunter, clearly Hunter knew that they weren't going to give him the title shot. But it's like, what is the point of having a number 1 contender then? I genuinely don't get it. Honestly, I don't get it. I don't get it anymore. It's actually bullshit. But anyways, we'll talk about this more at a later date. We'll get on to that, but let's continue. Also on this card, we finally get Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. I'm looking forward to that matchup because essentially we got 2 man ladies versus each other. You know, I think Amanda Nunes... listen, I know I say man ladies, but I'm actually a big fan of Amanda Nunes. Obviously, man lady just means, you know, a bit more manly, you know, so it's not actually that rude. But shout out Amanda Nunes. I'm a big fan of her. I think she's going to get this one done. It might not be as easy as people think, but I just think Amanda Nunes is a dog. And I guess that's why they put Paddy and Gaethje as the main event, because this was rumoured. Harrison versus Nunes was the rumoured main event, but that's not happening now. We move on to Cortez Acosta. Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis is also on this card, which is actually a good matchup. This fight is definitely going to end in a KO. So, you know, I look forward to this one. It's pure violence. I mean, for what they're trying to achieve for the first card on Paramount Plus, it makes sense. They're going for pure violence, which is a good thing. This is a very good matchup. Guaranteed KO. So, you know, I'm not upset with this matchup. It gives Cortez Acosta a chance to climb up the rank. Whoa, no, he's ranked higher than Lewis. So if Lewis wins, he gets over him in the rankings. So this is actually an interesting matchup, to be fair. Then another fight featured on the card is Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva. Two good strikers. This is going to be another violent fight. Someone's going to get beat up in this fight. I don't know who it's going to be. But for the card, for the purpose of the card, for it being the first card of the year, it's actually a very, very, very good fight. And the card is actually shaping up quite well, to be completely honest with you, apart from the Paddy versus Justin Gaethje fight. But, you know, it is what it is. Then we got Nurmagomedov versus Figueiredo. I don't know if this will be on the main card. But again, a good matchup, interesting matchup. I think Nurmagomedov will probably take this one through a decision. Yeah, decent matchup. And then lastly, we got O'Malley versus Song Yadong. And this is actually an interesting fight because they're both two strikers. So essentially, we're going to see... Honestly, UFC did well with this card because they've got a lot of guys that like to stand and bang on this card. And, you know, even this, adding this to the card is very, very good because we're going to see two strikers who are going to, you know... O'Malley likes to style on his opponents and Son Yadong likes to scrap. So this is going to be a good matchup. I mean, in terms of what the UFC are trying to achieve on this card, shouts out to them. They've done well. But let's go back to the Justin and Paddy fight. I'm genuinely disappointed with this, guys. Honestly, it's at this point, it looks as if this point UFC is turning into WWE because number one contender does not mean shit, clearly. But, you know, before we... You know, I'm going to do a separate video on Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje. Just want to pull up... Oh, another fight that's also on the UFC 324 card is Alexa Grasso versus Rose Namajunas. And I'm not going to lie, I think Namajunas, if she comes out the way she can come out, I think she can kind of beat up Grasso a little bit. Because I don't think Grasso's all that. But, yeah. We move on. A week later, we have Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez 2. Even though Diego Lopez is ranked number 2. Diego Lopez literally just beat... Bro. Dana, make it make sense, man. So you mean to tell me 2 fights ago, Diego Lopez lost to Volkanovski. He now fought number 11 ranked Gene Silva and beat him. Arman Tsarukyan beat number 6 ranked lightweight. Doesn't get the title shot. But you're making Diego Lopez versus Volkanovski to when there's a number 1 contender in Evloev. I at this point, guys, the UFC is losing a bit of its essence. Because, you know, we always used to badmouth boxing. And we had the right to, because in boxing, we would get these scammer fights put on. The best never fight the best. And they're just milking us for all our money with all those pay-per-views and subscriptions. And it's as if this is what the UFC is turning into. You just care about the money. Don't get me wrong, I get why Paddy Pimblett is fighting Justin Gaethje and the winner gets the title. Like, just to let you guys know, Dana has confirmed the winner that gets the title shot. I mean, That's not hard to put two and two together anyway when it's for an interim title. But before in the UFC, we used to get the best fighting the best. And it's a shame to see. Listen, from when Islam Makhachev has come out and said it himself and said that he thinks Dana needs to return to his roots of how he, built this shit. I agree. Because UFC is rapidly losing its essence. And that's not me saying I'm gonna start watching UFC. It's just I'm not excited for a Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. I'm not. I don't care to see that fight. Because to be honest, at this point, I do think Paddy Pimblett probably wins that. And it's like they're just trying to, from the looks of things, because let me even pull this post up, yeah? Let me actually tell you what I think is going to happen, because if I pull this post up here, 2 seconds. So Ilia Topuria had this to say: I won't be fighting in the first quarter of next year. I'm going through a difficult moment in my personal life. I want to focus on my children and resolve this situation as soon as possible. I don't want to hold up the division. The UFC will make the matchups needed, and as soon as the matters are resolved, I'll let the UFC know I'm ready to begin my return. So guys, Ilia Topuria will not be returning till probably June, something like that. May, June. So essentially, this Justin versus Paddy Pimblett fight, whoever wins that gets the title shot against Ilia, right? And guess what? Ilia versus whoever is Paddy or Justin, probably will be on the White House card from the looks of things. And it's probably going to be a main event. But if Conor McGregor's on the card, I don't know how Conor's going to be a co-main. I don't know how this White House card is actually going to work. Will Conor actually be on it? Will the stars that we think are going to be on the card actually going to be on the card? Or will he do something like Ilia Topuria, Alex Pereira? But even so, I'm very, very disappointed in the... I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm very disappointed in the UFC. When I saw these matchups announced last night, I just thought to myself, so what the fuck does number one contender mean? Clearly, it doesn't mean anything. Because, for example, Sean O'Malley. This is how we know, yeah? As much as people can say there's no such thing as Dana White privilege or UFC privilege or whatever you want to call it, yeah? Paddy Pimblett, Islam Makhachev leads the lightweight rankings, and Paddy Pimblett all of a sudden is now ranked number 5. And just like Arman Sarukian called it, he doesn't get why he's all of a sudden number 5. Maybe it's because they want to give him the title shot. And what did they do? They've given him the title shot. Sean O'Malley won the belt against Aljo. Fought Chito Vera. Next. First defense, Chito Vera. Then he fought Merab Dvalishvili. Then he gets a rematch again against Dvalishvili. Okay, so tell me why Jack Della Maddalena doesn't get a rematch against Islam Makhachev. I know his first title defense was against Islam, but that was a bit unfair, wasn't it? You gave Sean O'Malley Chito Vera. Why did you give it? Even Sean O'Malley came out and said it. Oh, look at who I got in my first title defense, and look who Jack Della Maddalena got. Make it make sense. The UFC at this point with the matchmaking makes absolutely no sense. You made Arman Sarukian fight a number 6 guy. And from the outsider looking in, it looks as if you thought, yeah, Arman might lose that fight. So yeah, let's sneak Dan Hooker in there. Hopefully he beats Arman Sarukian and Arman Sarukian doesn't get the title shot. But that didn't happen. And I'm going to say this now before I end this video. One way or another, Arman Sarukian will be the lightweight champion of the world. He is the boogeyman of that division. Nobody wants to fight him, and nobody wants to fight him for a reason. It's coming like his story. You know what? I just hope and pray. I hope and pray he doesn't get a Leon Edwards and Bilal sort of treatment, because you see, Leon Edwards And Bilal, when you actually think about it, all their beautiful moments came before they won the belt. Because they had to put in work for so long. They had to fight so many times before they got the title shot. Leon got his head shot dead. And then after that, it's like, what other spectacular moments did he have? So I just hope that doesn't happen to Arman. I don't know what Arman's going to do, because he said if he's not fighting for the belt next, he's not fighting at all. He even, after these matchups got announced, he actually tweeted, make it make sense, which is only right. And I honestly, I just think the UFC is in a mess at this point in time. And I feel like the reason why the rankings no longer matter is because they're trying too hard to make superstars out of people that are genuinely not superstars. That's what I believe. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe. I will also be doing a further breakdown of the Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett fight and a few other fights. So like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts below. All of that, man. And UFC, please stop doing my guy Armand. Well, you've already done it. So it is what it is. Like and subscribe, guys.